I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to be connected to the internet all the time, and certainly not with something on my eyeballs. This is one of those things where science is awesome, and at the same time, what the hell? I figured it might be fun to do something a little different. You all know, if you've been watching, that I am a glasses wearer, but do you all know what smart glasses are? And I promise this has a interesting twist to this discussion. For centuries, the primary purpose of eyeglasses has been to improve our vision to 2020. But now, as the year 2020 arrives, eyeglass makers and internet pioneers are joining forces to make our one trick pony glasses smarter as well. What in the world are smart glasses? Simply put, they are an attempt to bring the wireless connectivity and imaging we enjoy on our home computers and cell phones into the frames and lenses of our eyewear. Just as we can no longer imagine living without a laptop or mobile phone, soon we may enjoy the same versatility and connectivity from our eyeglasses, even our contact lenses. Quite an eye-opener, wouldn't you say? Now, frankly, I would rather be disconnected from the internet at times. And I actually limit my time on social media pretty severely because internet's not reality, and I would rather live in reality. Thank you very much. But here you go. Here's how they effectively work, just for satisfying. Google, of course, was the first one to come up with this idea. Google Glass, however, proved a worthy smart glass archetype that other tech players would soon refine. Here's how Google Glass slipped the smarts into smart glass. Sound, the speaker for wireless audio inputs and cell phone reception, rests on the end of the ear rest, which is back here if you're wearing glasses, back here if you don't know. Smarts, the central processing unit computer brain, is situated in the arm of one ear rest. So one of the arms of your glasses, essentially. Microphone, the microphone for cell phone conversations and hands-free voice searches, is perched under one hinge. Most smart glasses today pair the microphone with a micro speaker for audio feedback and notifications, as well as to listen to music and podcasts. Now, this is different because it's not headphones. Everybody else around you is able to hear it. Projector and prism. Located above the upper part of the lens, this projection method, called curved mirror or curved mirror combiner, offers partially transparent digital displays without obscuring the real world view. Some manufacturers now offer an alternative version called waveguide holographic optics. The digital overlay of text and images within our field of view is the key that unlocks the smart glasses experience. Camera. While an obvious feature of our selfie age, the camera lens at the temple of the Google glasses, so up over here somewhere, brought with it an unintended new experience: privacy concerns. Many onlookers weren't thrilled to in essence be filmed and saved without their permission, a reaction that might have hastened explorers' departure. Must have been the name of the Google glasses. Anyway, while smart manufacturers now make camera lenses small enough to fit inconspicuously inside the frame of their products, a few, including Focals by North and View, now offer camera-less models. Okay. So these are the kinds of things. Science is amazing. Our pursuit of the truth and figuring out technology and goodness knows what is pretty damn freaking amazing. I have prescription lenses myself. I don't think this would be great and helpful for me. I don't want it. I don't want it ever. Thank you very much. I prefer to turn off the internet at particular times. I prefer not to be connected. Now, I know this is somewhat ironic given that I'm making this for a YouTube video, but my recommendation to those of you is every so often take the Dave Rubin approach to things. Just shut everything off for a week, for a month, for a while. Don't go on social media. Don't listen to any of it because there's so much crap. But here's what I wanted to bring up from Science Daily. Scientists invent micrometers thin battery charged by saline solution that could power smart contact lenses. Yes, for those of you who don't like glasses, which I can't stand contact lenses. I can't stand the idea of sticking a lens like straight onto my eyeball. Here you go. Smart contact lenses. Here we go. Scientists have developed a flexible battery as thin as a human cornea being the part of your eye with the lens in it. Here, it's an important part of your eye. I'm forgetting it because I am not the medical person here, so apologies on that. Feel free to check me on that one. Which stores electricity when it is immersed in a saline solution, and which could one day power smart contact lenses. Now, why does this kind of play into that? Because you have salt in your tear duct, if I recall correctly. Let me check. Yeah, so I was correct. Your salt contains natural tears in it, and so that's one way you could end up powering your smart contact lenses is just off the salt in your tears. Strange as it sounds, again. Smart contact lenses are high contact lenses capable of displaying visible information on our corneas and can be used to access augmented reality. I don't want augmented reality. I just want reality. Thank you very much. Current uses include helping to correct vision, monitoring wearers' health, and flagging and treating diseases for people with chronic health conditions such as diabetes and glaucoma. In the future, smart contact lenses could be developed to record and transmit everything a wearer sees and hears to cloud-based data storage. I'm sorry, but that's fucking creepy. I'm sorry, but it's really fucking creepy. I don't want anything to do with that. However, to reach this future potential, a safe and suitable battery needs to be developed to power them. Existing rechargeable batteries rely on wires or induction coils that contain metal that are unsuitable for use in the human eye, as they're uncomfortable and present risks to the users. Yeah, no kidding. And the only problem I got with this bloody flexible battery that they just came up with, now that I'm thinking about it, is like, what the hell is in it? Lithium? Some kind of poisonous metal? I'm not putting that in my eye. I'm not putting that on my eyeball. Thank you very much. The NTU developed battery is made of a mix of biocompatible materials and does not contain wires or toxic heavy metals. Well, thank you. Such as those in lithium-ion batteries or wireless charging systems. It has a glucose-based... Glucose is sugar. It has a glucose-based coating that reacts with sodium and chloride ions in the saline solution surrounding it, while the water and the battery it contains serves as the wire or circuitry for electricity to be the water the battery contains. There we go. The battery could also be powered by human tears as they contain sodium and potassium ions at a lower concentration. Testing the current battery with a simulated tear solution, the researchers showed that the battery's life would be extended an additional hour for every 12-hour wearing cycle it is used. The battery can also be charged conventionally by an external power supply. How does that work? I don't know how that would work. Associate Professor Lee Seok Woo from NTU's School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, that's a fun name, who led the study, said, "This research began with a simple question. Could contact lens batteries be recharged with our tears? There were similar examples for self-charging batteries, such as those for wearable technology that are powered by human perspiration." Same kind of thing. Human perspiration has salt in it. However, previous techniques for lens batteries were not perfect, as one side of the battery electrode was charged and the other was not. Our approach can charge both electrodes of a battery through a combination of enzymatic reaction and self-reduction reaction. Besides the charging mechanism, it relies on just glucose and water, sugar water essentially, to generate electricity, both of which are safe to humans and would be less harmful to the environment when disposed compared to conventional batteries. Co-first author Dr. Yoon Jung-hun, I think. Don't know how to pronounce, I apologize. A research fellow from NTU's EEE said, "The most common battery charging systems for smart contact lenses requires metal electrodes in the lens, which are harmful if they are exposed to the naked human eye. Meanwhile, another mode of powering lenses, induction charging, requires a coil to be in the lens to transmit power, much like wireless charging pad for a smartphone. Our tier-based battery eliminates the two potential concerns that those methods pose while also freeing up space for further innovation in the development of smart contact lenses. Oh boy. Like I said, this is just creepy. Highlighting the significance of the work done by the research team, NTU School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Associate Professor Murukeshan Vadakimatham, again, I don't know how to pronounce it, who specializes in biomedical and nanoscale optics and was not involved in the study, said, as this battery is based on glucose oxidase, which occurs naturally in humans and powered by chloride and sodium ions, such as those in our tears, they should be compatible and suitable for human usage. Besides that, the smart contacts lenses industry has been looking for a thin biocompatible battery that does not contain heavy metals, and this invention could help further their development to meet some unmet needs of the industry. Like I said, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to be connected to the internet all the time, and certainly not with something on my eyeballs. This is one of those things where science is awesome, and at the same time, what the hell? That's kind of where I'm at right now. The research team has filed for a patent through NTU's enterprise company. The findings were published in the scientific journal Nano Energy in June. The team demonstrated their invention using a simulated human eye. The battery, which is about a half millimeter thin, thick would be the correct word to me anyway, generates electrical power by reacting with the basal tears, the constant tears that create a thin film over our eyeballs for the devices embedded within the lenses to function. The flexible and flat battery discharges electricity through a process called reduction when its glucose oxidase coating reacts with the sodium and chloride ions in the tears, generating power and current within the contact lenses. My question is there any heat involved? Because I wouldn't want to put that on my eyeball. I don't want to put that on my eyeball anyway. Like I said, this is awesome, but also like, what the hell? The team demonstrated that the battery could produce a current of 45 microamperes and a maximum power of 201 microwatts, which would be sufficient to power a smart contact lens. Laboratory tests showed that the battery could be charged and discharged up to 200 times. Lithium-ion batteries have a lifespan of 300 to 500 charging cycles, so it actually doesn't last as long, effectively. The team recommends that the battery should be placed for at least 8 hours in a suitable solution that contains a high quantity of glucose, sodium, and potassium ions to be charged while the user is asleep. Co-first author, Miss Li Zongkong, a PhD student from NTU's said, although wireless power transmission and supercapacitors supply high power, their integration presents a significant challenge due to the limited amount of space in the lens. By combining the battery and biofuel cell into a single component, the battery can charge itself without the need for additional space for wired or wireless components. Furthermore, the electrodes placed at the outer side of the contact lens ensure that the vision of the eye cannot be obstructed. The NTU team will be conducting further research to improve the amount of electrical current their battery can discharge. They will also be working with several contact lens companies to implement their technology. I don't want it. I don't want it. Like I said, smart lenses, smart glasses were enough for me that I'm just like, I'm not ever going to touch that. I would never touch this either, just because it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's technology that's cool. It's really freaky. I'm not putting it on my eyeball ever. I don't care if it becomes the only standard thing for folks like me who need prescription lenses. I ain't touching that. I'm touching that. Let me know. What do you think? Would you wear a smart contact lens on your eyeball? Let me know what you think. Hit the like button on the way out the door. Comment on the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that lovely good jazz. Until next time, I'm Adrian Mays. Stay curious, everybody.